my picture, put it in a superstar frame. Yup.
I'm clean when I walk, I'm clean when I talk. I'm pressed to the step. I'm pressed to the depth, and I ain't steady looking at me mad, cause I ain't that bad, and I'm on top of my game, and hey, my superstar frame.
Man, we got a nice little fantasy game and a nice little reality game this Thursday. A lot of pieces clicking for both of these teams, and you got some big implications going on. So we're going to break it down all for you. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
Vegas currently has us sitting at -3 for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm actually going to say +3 for the Steelers, plus 138 on the money line for the Steelers. And we got this sitting at an over-under of 43.5. Man, go ahead and kick that off. How you feeling about this game?
I don't know, man. I think the Vikings learned that last week that there's no game they could just look past. Even though the Steelers are coming off a win, they're still a struggling team this year, and some people might look at that as a game that you could kind of look past. But Vikings in must-win territory. Justin Jefferson's an absolute fool, but they've got some injuries that are starting to mount up. I think Thielen's now questionable, along with Cook still being out. Madison steps out and performs well, but man, it's just going to be tough, man. Deontay Johnson is looking like a fool, man. Really sad I didn't get no pieces of him in fantasy this year, but Ben hasn't been playing that well up to a certain point. But with this game, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Vikings at home. I think they're stinging a little bit from the game last week. That was obviously a big physical and emotional letdown. But Dan Campbell got his dub. Silly C, what do you think?
The kneecaps off.
Right now, looking at it, we have just Thielen, who's doubtful. Outside of that, Breeland's playing, Kendricks is playing, Connolly's playing, Barr's playing. All those are probable.
Cook's not playing.
Cook's not playing.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think this team has a chance. I wouldn't pick them. I'm going to go ahead and go the other way, but I do like their odds, and I do like their team.
You going to take Steelers with the points then?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
With
on the road, yeah, that's a tough.
And I got them. And I got them onions, so I'm gonna go with the over too. What do we got the over sitting now right now?
43.5.
43.5. I'm taking the over.
Yeah. Cody, I definitely feel you on that over. I'm gonna be taking the over as well. I don't quite got the onions out for this game. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off an emotional win over the Baltimore Ravens. That game was low-key a banger towards the end. I am going to take Pittsburgh with the points here. Pittsburgh +3. I got a few numbers I want to rattle off to you guys. Deontay Johnson in that game versus the Ravens went 8 receptions, 105, and 2 tuds. Justin Jefferson in his last game, 11 for 182 and 1 tud. Justin Jefferson almost had 200 yards. With that being said, this is a classic versus battle. They got Deontay Johnson sitting at 79.5. And they have Justin Jefferson sitting at a heavy 90.5. Who is the props? Who's the ops?
I think that Justin Jefferson is definitely going to be the props in this situation. Mainly not for who he's playing against, but for who he's not playing with. Not having Thielen's over there is going to add some more targets for him and Conklin. Both of them get an uptick in targets, and Jefferson will deliver today. As far as my knowledge, the Muth is still there. Chase Claypool and the other receivers are still there. So I think Deontay Johnson's still going to get his usual heavy target load. But I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson as the props. Silly C, who's the props and who's the ops?
Right now, I have to agree with you. Justin Jefferson, he's the props. Deontay Johnson, he's going to get his target share, but how good the targets will actually be and how much time Roethlisberger gets and really how good of balls he even gets out of his hand. So with that being said, I'll probably just
Yeah.
With that being said, yeah, I'll just probably pass on that, and I'm gonna go with Justin Jefferson. Props.
Hey, I don't agree with none of you light skins. No, no, no. My boy Deontay Johnson is definitely the props. Mike Tomlin is a student of the game. They're going to try to take away Justin Jefferson, I believe, in this game. And I think he will hit under 90.5 yards, and Deontay Johnson will soar over that number. Deontay Johnson is the props.
Yeah, to slow down Justin Jefferson is not going to take good DB play. It's actually going to take good play from the front seven. If TJ Watt and them are on Kirk Cousins helmets, it could be a long day for him. We'll go into the position power plays. Silly C, you want to show your screen? This is where we give you the top 10 fantasy plays out of this game. And there's a lot of fantasy implications in here, so you're going to want to get all this knowledge and see how they stack up. Let's get this on here. And number 10, we got
We got KJ Osborne.
Okay.
I like him a little bit more. He's a sneaky play. He's gonna be cheap on DraftKings and FanDuel. I jump on him if you get a chance. He might have a chance for a touchdown.
All right, number 9.
Mr. Coughlin himself. Again, I left him on a bench in my other team, and he got.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team. Number 8. The move.
Yeah, get him in your lineup. I really like him. He might get some targets.
Number 7.
We got Ben Roethlisberger. I don't like him at all. Definitely do not get him in your lineup. Just saying.
Number 6.
We got Claypool. He is definitely a beast. Any Claypool, anybody with the name Chase, you want to try to get in your lineup. He's got big play potential, but in this game, I think you probably want to stay away.
Yeah, the volume just doesn't seem to be there for Mr. Claypool sometimes. Jay Reeves, unpack that first 5 that you see.
Man, I want to start with the 2 tight ends. Tyler Conklin, he's really up and down. Vermouth is really up and down as well. This actually may be a big game for both tight ends, so I'll definitely get them in your lineup. KJ Osborne has a handful of touchdowns on the year, and he is a real sneaky play. I really do like KJ Osborne. I'm going to be looking towards him playing next season, hopefully when they get Adam Thielen up out of there. Ben Roethlisberger, we could keep it moving. Chase Claypool is a real dicey character. I do not know if I want anything to do with him in this game.
Yeah, that's tricky.
He may pop.
He may pop, man, but nobody wants to stare at like 4 points from Thursday through Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Because he does have that lower floor. But he could pop, but he hasn't had that explosive game this year. But maybe we could find more explosion in the top.
If you ask me, stay away from Thursday night games, but we're going to make a pop.
Yeah, number 5.
For number 5, we got Kirk, Mr. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk, you like that?
Kirk, you like that? I don't know.
I don't know if I like that.
There's no other person in here, so if you're just going with the single game, then you definitely want to go with Kirk. I stay away from Ben. But if you're not going with a single game, I probably stay away from both of them.
All right, and then number 4.
Najee Harris. He's a beast. He's one that I would probably not stay away from. Too much big play potential, and you see that 73 rushing yards right there, 3 receptions, 27 receiving yards. I think he has a 44% chance for a touchdown. I like him a lot. Get him in your lineup.
Najee could pop. Number 3.
We got Madison. He's the other side of the ball. I like him. He could pop. He has that 60% chance for a touchdown. Get him in your lineup.
Number 2.
We got Deontay Johnson. Target machine. Get him in your lineup if you can. I like him, but yeah, not one of my favorites.
Number 1 play for this week is only
Justin Jefferson. Obviously, This is one that I really like a bunch. Get him in your lineup. I think he's going to get a ton of target shares, and he will get over that 100 receiving yards.
Yeah, Jefferson is definitely bound to pop. You know, I always suggest to get anybody that around you named Matt that you can. Madison will do this week, but Jay Reeves, go ahead and unpack that top five.
I just want to start with these two explosive backs, man. Like Najee Harris over this course of the season, man, he has been getting a heavy workload, man. A lot of volume with that dude. Alexander Madison, whenever he steps in for Dalvin Cook, he always steps up. Deontay Johnson, like you guys said, just a target hog, man. I'm expecting him to have a big blow-up game. And Justin Jefferson, even though I did call him the ops, I could easily see him having a stat line of 60, 82, and a touchdown, man. Justin Jefferson's that dude.
Yeah, I would say even combine the pair in a parlay and take the Vikings, and you got you a good little Thursday night parlay. But yeah, that's just us unpacking these games, man. Make sure you tune in for more every week, man. Hit that subscribe channel. Make sure you click that bell so you get notifications
Heavy.
whenever we drop. Fuss Network FO, baby. We out of here. Baby.